Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State at TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
But let's face it, the aches...
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle that time by William Hayes. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
Kyle Rudolph had his second Pro Bowl appearance last year when he had 8 touchdowns, just 1 off of his career high. One of the most likable, upbeat players in the league, continues to improve as a blocker, as one of the best pass-catching tight ends in the league. One of the guys that the Vikings like to build around for the future.
Now Wilson, this one caught by Crowder. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The numbers for Crowder a week ago, 6 catches, 81 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Crowder's got it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mariota. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Brandon LaFell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. Oh, look at that. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On 2nd down, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former 1st-rounder Barkevious Mingo. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Play action. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Chris Ivory. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st down, this is Ivory. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On third down, Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Justin Ellis in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Remember this Jacksonville D, 55 sacks a season ago.
I think they want to fight for nickname supremacy with Pittsburgh. Remember, they were just one behind Pittsburgh for the overall lead in sacks last year. Pittsburgh known as Blitzburgh. Jacksonville, they're known as Saxonville.
On first down, Wilson. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
This is Lewis. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Wilson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Barkevious Mingo in that time on the tackle.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Now they'll run with Lewis. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. Now Wilson on 1st down. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And there's another conversion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here's Wilson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I heavy. Let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Dumps it off to Lewis. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Ivory. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ends up making the play.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
This is Ivory. Chris Ivory off to the races. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Ivory, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Lewis. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They give it to Ivory. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down, here's Wilson. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. I'll really remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first and 10, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Again, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's Wilson to throw again. Going underneath for Lewis. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dion Lewis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Mariota on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. The
Titans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play, and it it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota. And a right side completion here by LaFowl. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On second down, Mariota again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them all.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Craig Robertson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. That play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room if you have to run the punter out there.
And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. On first down, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Edmonds, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
They start the drive with Peterson. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, Peterson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Here's Edmonds. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Bust through the tackle. Airing one out for Crowder. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Throwing, Mariota. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mariota now. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, You know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
One universal in football, when it's a kicking situation, all right, you're kicking a field goal, an extra point, you're punting, you never want to hear a second thud. That means the block has occurred. Imagine being the guys on the bench right now, the defensive unit. They thought they were going to get a cushion when they went back out on the field. That's no longer there.
They had the chance to take a second-half lead, but the special teams unit, they said, not on our watch.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They run. This is Lewis. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Wilson now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st down, Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
Yeah, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The backup, Rob Kelly, his first carry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They give it to Peterson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
What a spin. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, well, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Mariota looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Mariota again. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Lewis. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And this is going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. First down, here's the run with Peterson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Peterson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tennessee, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.